Hi everyone, it's Dave. So today I got half a day off in the evening and I decided to take the train, travel to a river that I haven't hunted in 1 year. I was here like last June and since then I never went back. So half of the year there was high water level and it still is 1 meter higher, like approximately 3 to 4 foot higher than it used to be when I was here the last time. Also the current is strong, but for that reason I believe that nobody has really dove or hunted that river, so I hope that there's a lot to find. Unfortunately, I didn't really thought through, besides the high water level, this is what I'm working with. Check that out. This is my visibility. It's
slim to none.
Slim to none, you're right.
Like, I think I can see like 1 to 2 feet and then it's just gone. But still I think that maybe I could find some phones or stuff that are a bit bigger. So I'm gonna try to see if I'm able to collect some phones and other stuff that might be visible. Here my top finds usually are coins. It's packed with coins, but today I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna find any. But anyways, wish me luck and we'll see you at the end of the video. You guys, the amount of stuff that I found for the poor visibility is insane. And also I believe that there's still much more down there that I was not able to spot because I was not able to like see to the bottom at every spot. There is so much more. And I really found a lot. Let's go through this. Have a look at that. This is packed with phones and stuff. So I got 2 wallets right there, and these, I believe they are not stolen. I believe they're just dropped because they're pretty heavy. I think there's a lot of coins still in there. I found a broken Apple Watch right here. It's been probably sitting down there for a while. And all those phones. This is insane. Like the first time I did a hunt, and because the water was pretty murky, as you saw, I decided to go back and do the same route again. Found 3 more phones, and really, like you saw, the poor visibility that I had. Imagine if the water level is like 3 feet high, like it is right now, but clear visibility. That allows me to see from on top to the bottom and scan all the bottom, which I'm usually able to when I'm there. But today, this was not the case. I just saw like an angle of stuff, and oftentimes I had to hold my breath and dive down to be able to see what's even on the bottom, because I didn't have sight all the way through the bottom. And then when I was down, I just had like a certain amount of view, so there could be so much more down there. But I'm pretty glad I took the chance and hopped in, even though I was like thinking about to quit when I arrived there because I saw the poor visibility and the water level. But yeah, what do we got right here? I have no idea what those Samsung phones are. I believe that's Samsung, pretty sure. Yeah, it's not really written there, but because of the camera, you can see that there's water inside. That's probably not gonna work. What is that one? Don't know about that, but there's also water in there. I think the iPhones might have a chance. I found a couple of good ones. This is also a Samsung. Triple lens thing. Then there is another Samsung. If any of you guys know the model numbers of these things, let me know. I want to know what this is. This looks new. It's just the screen protector that came off. There's another one. But also there's water in the camera lens. I don't know if this thing will work. I'll let it dry out, but usually when there's water in the camera lens, it's not a good sign. But we'll see. So the 2 wallets, I'm definitely gonna check who those belong to and see if I can return them. Also with the phones, if there's any working, I'm gonna try to see. Oh, actually this one, it's the iPhone. When I found it on the water, it turned on. And now it's dead. But it did turn on, and there was no medical ID, unfortunately. I think is there? Yeah, I think there's water inside too. But it did turn on, but there was no medical ID, so I'm gonna leave it to dry, give them a charge, and see how that goes. Then some, I think those are prescriptions. Should have left them there for somebody to pick them up if they lost them there. Usually I leave the prescription glasses along the river where they have probably been dropped, for people to maybe recognize them and get them back. Then this is, what's that, 12, 13? If anybody knows, let me know. I have no idea which model this is. I believe this is 14 or 13. Yeah, it's the old one. It looks a little damaged here. I hope it's just the foil and not the whole screen. But yeah, got that thing. Then there's another one. I don't know how to tell which model this is, but it's probably a newer one. I think 13, 14. It's not a 15 though, because the 15 has the USB-C. I learned it in one of my last videos. So this is another Samsung. I think I found the same one with Tim. It has the same camera actually. Then there is another iPhone, a bit older one. No idea what this is. There's a card in the back, so maybe I'll be able to return it with the information. Then there's another, I think this is the SE model or the iPhone 8, I'm not sure. Then we got another one. It's also an older one. And another one. Looks also like there's a card on the back, so try to see who that belongs to. But it's also an older one. Man, look at all of those phones. It's crazy. But then also good stuff, like not the sunglasses, they're fun to find, but that's not what I'm after. Check this thing out. I have no idea if this is real. It has so many diamonds. Is there actually a stamp down there? Is that a stamp? I hope it is a stamp. I don't know. There is some weight, but I don't know if it's because of the stones or because it's gold or not. I really don't know. It could be like some junk jewelry, some iced out stuff that you can buy at certain boutiques right now. But I think if there's a stamp on there, it would be this thing. But that right there says 585. So it is a gold stamp. It's not, I don't know, 585. I think it's like 14 or 18K. I'm not 100% sure. If this is real gold, I think the diamonds might be real as well, though. That's a pretty cool find there. And then I got two other ones as well. I think they're just like stainless steel, not even silver. They're pretty light. Or junk. Could also be some junk jewelry. I'm not too sure. I believe it's stainless steel. However, found some AirPod case. One of the AirPods was just laying next to it. Don't really know. There's one. I don't know where the others went. I found a couple more of them. Yeah, here. So one of those belonged to that. I unfortunately didn't find the second one, or not yet. Maybe they're still down there. I'll see it at the next time. I'll give you an update if I find it. And found all those along too. Then I got some battery out. I took most of the vapes out that I saw because they're really not good and they don't belong in there. Also the phones and those batteries, so make sure I took that out. I found one coin. Usually when I am there, I find like hundreds of coins, like a handful. But yeah, there's one and there's a couple more here. And this is really all the coins that I found. I wasn't able to go down and wipe the sand that I usually do when I'm there, but this is going to be one of my next videos. So let's see if any of those turn on and if I'm able to return it to the owners. So stay tuned. So now I took the cases off to let the phones dry. Here's another quick shot of all of the phones that I found today. And still, I believe that there are many more. I'll do a follow-up on that video when I go back, when the water level is lower and the visibility is better, to see how much more there was actually down there that I missed today. But this is a crazy amount of stuff for one dive. This was approximately 2.5 hours of me spending in the water doing the same spot for 2 times. There was some Euro cash. This is a woman from Germany. I got the ID, so I'll be able to track her down. Look at the bills are already falling apart right there. There's a little crabby. I know I'm probably not gonna survive, but at least you're back in the waterways. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can see like the bills are falling apart right there. The 50 is also coming apart right here. It's crazy. Look at this. Crusty money. There's even more.
on the back of those. Yeah, that's probably been there a while. Then this guest wallet, the front part looks in pretty good shape, but the back part is like fully growing seaweed and stuff. There's a card in the back, so I'll probably be able to track that girl down too. And there's just some coins, I don't know, probably like maybe 10 bucks and change or so.
All right, so let's start with the iPhones. I have too many phones to plug them all at once. I also have all the Samsungs, but let's go with the iPhones here and see if any of them still fire up. It's gonna clip it. Now they should get power. I think they need a second, and we'll come back to. Oh no, there's already a couple of them starting. Check that out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them already firing up. I'll leave them charged for a while and then come back to it to see how many of them actually still work. Oh, there's just another one that fired up. Some of them have water in the camera lenses. I just don't know which one. I can tell on that one, but some of them do. So I don't know if all of them will work. I've been successfully returning also waterlogged phones in the past, but I don't know how long they'll last. But it's maybe good to do a backup of the phone to at least have the data saved, or maybe get it fixed at a phone repair store or something. All right, so you have a couple of phone. I had to switch it a couple times because unfortunately not everyone was charging. But I have this thing which vibrates but doesn't show a screen. And the camera actually looks good. It doesn't seem to have water inside, but for some reason the screen is not coming up. It vibrates from time to time, but it's not showing any picture. Then we have this one which does turn on. Let's see if it has a medical ID. Unfortunately not. So this is not gonna be a return just now. Then this thing has a boot loop and has some watermarks in the screen. I think this also has a broken camera. That's not that one. But yeah, that's the case with this. Has a boot loop. Then this one doesn't show any sign of life, but also the back, maybe you can see down here, is broken, so it's probably not gonna work. Then we have this thing right here, which fires up. Let's see if it has. There is a medical ID. And I got some phone numbers down there, which I'm gonna blur, but I'll try to contact the owner of this. So let's put that aside if possible. So we have one working phone, which is great. Then this thing used to turn on. It's a newer one. At the moment, I don't have any sign of life. I'll come back to that. This one, unfortunately, doesn't turn on. It did turn on when I found it on the water. I pressed the power button and it immediately turned up. There was no medical ID. I remember that because that was the thing I instantly checked. It also had some screen damage up there, but I don't know why it's not working. Unfortunately, it just didn't charge. And then we have this thing which also turns on, but also doesn't have any medical ID. So unfortunately, this and this one right there, I have no chance to just turn it back with the medical ID. This thing doesn't show life. This has a boot loop. This is no life. This used to have life, no life, and no ID. So we have one iPhone that I'll probably be able to return to its owner out of all those. Now let's try the Samsung phones and see how successful I get with the Samsungs. Two already show a sign of life. I don't have enough cables to charge all of them at once, but this one is the most water damaged ones judged by the camera lenses, so I'm gonna try this later on and wait for those. Some of them also show watermarks in the camera lenses. I don't know if that one does, but anyways, I have plugged them in and now we'll just see if any of them fire up. All right, let's see about the iPhone. That was not charging previously. If there is a medical ID. Unfortunately not, as you can see. So that's another working phone which has no medical ID, so I don't know right now how to return it. Maybe I'll figure out another way. But yeah, let's go ahead with the Samsungs. All right, so right now this thing isn't too happy about me charging it.
It's kind of flickering a little bit. I don't think it's gonna work. It does work, but there's no contact information on the medical ID, so yeah, that's about it with that phone. Then we got this thing right here. Let's see if that has an ID. No medical ID. Then this thing told me to shut it off immediately because it recognized that there was water inside the phone. So yeah, you can tell by the camera. Probably not gonna work. Although it did start it, but it told me to turn it off. This thing right here doesn't show any sign of life. Also that one right there, no sign of life. Oh, it does have a sign of life. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, let's figure it out then. Let's go ahead with this one in the meantime. This didn't show any sign of battery at all, so I don't think this is working. Also shows watermarks in the camera lens, so I don't know for how long that spent some time in the river. Anyways, if you recognize any of those as yours, you have to let me know where you lost them. And maybe tell me the SIM card carrier that's inside the phone, so I can take out the SIM card and see if the carrier is matching. So then I can definitely return that to you, because there is no medical ID to try and figure out who those phones belong to. Maybe we'll get lucky on that one. Let's see. So this thing just shut off. I don't know what's wrong with that one. It just came to the home screen and there was a cat on the home screen, but then it just shut off. I don't know why. Maybe it was taking too much battery. Or maybe it's broken. Camera looks actually good, so I don't know what the issue would be. But yeah, not for now.
All right, so I want to wrap it up right here real quick. I was able to get that one iPhone back, and unfortunately all the others either didn't have a medical ID set up or didn't work at all. If I'm going to be able to return one of the other ones, by now I was back to that river. This is going to be another video, and if I'm able to return one of the phones, I'll include it in the next video so I can publish this video right now. So if you liked it, make sure you leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you at the next one.